Hello, welcome back to this Christian Minecraft server.
Bullshit!
Damn it, Storm! We just started!
Don't worry,
Actually,
we didn't say one of the big four.
I was gonna say, I feel like at this point, bullshit is just like nothing. It's not
Yeah,
even
no,
a slur.
there are four swear words that'll do it. That is not one of them.
Yeah. But yeah, Whacker made me a degree, so there's that. Welcome everyone to another Tuesday stream. I am officially an artist, even though I have like an actual degree from a college. But now I am officially one. I mean, it's essentially worth the same amount for both of them, so it's fine.
Yes.
Anyway, back again drawing mechs because I feel like drawing mechs, and I wanted to work more on the one for Storm Song because it's fun. Oh look! Oh, speak of the devil, it's Whacker.
Speaking of stretch marks, it's Whacker.
Yes.
Yeah, Wagger, he knows all about stretching.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stretching that. Never mind.
Hey, Lord Noob Scales and Castus.
I'm trying out Epidemic Sound today, so let's see how well it does.
I hope your job interview goes well, Cascus.
Oh yeah, hopefully that does.
Yeah.
They're never fun. So one of the things
Cocaine.
that I actually has been in my brain as for this storm is actually something I thought of, remembered last night. Have you ever heard of a game called Metal Marines?
No, but I get a pretty solid idea of what it's about just from the name.
It's I think it was for the SNES, but it was also like a PC game. It's a strategy game. And it involves giant robots, and I found this really sick cover art last night for it. And I just imagine that's kind of what like, what it looks like for this, so...
Oh, let's take a look.
Reference.
Metal Marines.
Yeah.
Now, are you drawing the same mech, or are you going to draw a different one?
Oh, it's the same one. It's just more of like I did some more sketching and stuff in my free time in sketchbooks that I just realized like the one that I had, while I liked where it was going, I could polish it more. So this is the kind of creative process that I do, and it's also why I'm a horrible perfectionist with things. But that's a whole other story.
Yeah, this is definitely not the wrong area of the universe. You're definitely onto something here.
Yeah. Like, I definitely think, like... I mean, if we're thinking in Battletech terms, I'd imagine this is something equivalent to, like, a Centurion or, like, a Trooper mech. I mean, or a Leo, obviously, I think is one of the things you actually sent me as reference for this, but...
Yeah, for the Spitfire.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot the name for it. That actually... Now I kind of want to look up the Spitfire planes just for some ideas from there.
That's perfectly acceptable. So, to give you some idea of...
I also need to play with these proportions a bit more. Don't mind me. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, some idea of the lore behind the Spitfire was that it was very much part of a line of planes that were named for... or a line of ships that were named for World War II planes. So the Spitfire would be appropriate. It's also why it's considered like a mainline Pendragon mech, parentheses. I'm not calling them English, but they do like their tea.
The name like Pendragon, I mean, that sounds like something like, ooh, we're so British.
Yeah, a standard Pendragon military outfit should look like some... What is the main military force in Halo called? The UNFC?
UNSC, yeah.
UNS. Like, if the UNSC was, staffed by people like Sharp's Rifles.
Ah, so a lot of Sean Bean. Gotcha.
A lot of people yelling "bastard" as they fire, heavy machine guns.
I can see it.
About that time, then, eh? What-oh?
Righto. I say, Nigel, fetch the flamethrowers. Just remembered RimWorld last night. how I got...
On... Oh.
Oh, no, I was going to go on a thing about RimWorld, so that's fine. Don't worry about it. If you got
No. It's just we spoke at the same time, so no. Say your thing first, because I'll start...
Oh, I was just going to say, I've just been enjoying the new DLC, and I can't wait to get enough space on my ship that I can, because I have the vehicles mod, load up tanks and just go invade people.
Yeah.
It's kind of, yeah. RimWorld has sucked me back in again, unfortunately. I'm in the RimWorld hole, which is good that I finished the one commission I had last night, because now I don't have to worry about that.
But yeah, so several of the mechs that I've come up with for the setting are going to have names like the Spitfire, the Corsair, the Hellcat,
The Mustang.
the Thunder, and the Lightning. The Mustang is another one.
I was gonna say, you better put the Mustang on there. That's my favorite World War II fighter.
Yep.
I can tell you for that one already, it's gonna be chrome with some sick shoulder pad art to it.
Yeah. Not all of these have too many specifics yet. Like, the Corsair is a pretty common mech because... So it's actually a mech with some quality, but it's oversold on its value. It's supposed to be the Monster Energy cable of battle mechs.
The Mad Cat's controller.
Yeah, it's that. It's like, it's a good mech. It is. But it's not worth
Never
the
mind,
extra
it's not
premium
Mad
you're
Cat's.
paying. Yeah. Never mind, it's also not the Mad Cat. It's also the kind where it's marketed by, somebody who's like, get in your Mark 82 Corsair today.
I'm gonna cheat here real quick. And by cheat, I mean use legitimate strategy. Check this shit
It's
out.
like riding a It's like riding a pony, which is covered in chainsaws.
God.
Why are you
What the
covering a pony in
Corsairs are noted
chainsaws?
for... The Corsairs are noted for having extremely available replacement parts because of how many are made, and having rather versatile weapon loadouts, just with the downshot of nothing else about the mech is versatile.
I see.
So you don't tend to see them set up as extraction mechs or flight mechs, or
Gotcha.
or if they're already a flight mech, you can't really unflight them easily. What you can do is generally change if it's going to be like close range or far range skirmisher.
I see.
Yes, we are getting some stutter. That's going to be a bit of Twitch doing a whatchamacallit.
Oh, yeah, Tuesday's their maintenance day, isn't it?
Yep. So, Krispy streams will often suffer the stutter.
Yes, I apologize. There's unfortunately not much of anything I can do about it. It's just
Yes, and it's earlier in the day, so it is when they're hitting it. It's usually repaired by Clippy's stream.
We shall overcome.
Yeah. I feel like the Hellcat is probably the one Andy would choose. Its proportions are such that when I described it to another player, he chose to have one as his mech and named it the Popeye.
Ah, so it's like Big O.
It's got big O arms.
Hell yeah.
That's
That's what BattleTech needs more mechs that can punch mechs.
Or in this case, pick up a tank and slam it over the head of another mech.
Yeah, I want to see more like mechs using their hands to like beat shit or throw things.
Yep. But yeah, no, that character was actually kind of amusing because he, or not amusing, like actually, I don't know what I'd call it, like lovable. Because it was the mandatory, I'm too old for this shit kind of character who's always 3 days away from retirement, and yet somehow survives. Yeah, he literally described it as Danny Glover. But he named his mech the Popeye because his character's daughter, who's like 6 or 7, thought it looked like Popeye.
You know, as far as mech names go, Popeye is not a bad choice. I'd say Popeye's actually a really good nickname for a battle mech.
It's also one of those mechs that it tends to depend on others, so it only has baseline sensors, which means the head's empty. So that's the one that had the aforementioned head cannon.
Ah, just a Glock.
Where the head was... Well, the head was basically a very fancy-looking shotgun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now we're cooking here with this sketch. We're going good spots.
Cocaine says his best BattleTech bots are tricked out as punch bots.
Yeah,
agreeable.
I mean that's one of the reasons I love the Atlas. Is it's like it's this big hulking titan that's gonna come punch you in the face. Not to say I don't like. I mean I love the chicken walkers too, but there's for the lore of BattleTech and things with the neural helmets. It is kind of like you'd think they'd have more humanoid mechs than like chicken walkers, but then again, that might just be me assuming how those helmets work, and maybe it's just I don't know.
And there's something to be said for technology constantly getting blasted backwards 200 years at a time.
Yeah.
Because you notice a lot of the truly human-looking mechs are also kind of the rarer ones, even within their size categories. I mean, you got things like the king crab. Yeah. But the king crab is... When I say truly human-looking, I mean like the Black Knight, the Atlas, the... etc.
Yeah, I would definitely say the Atlas is... And the Black Knight is one, too. Like, I could never really get one of the HBS games. And by the time I did, I just never really wanted to use it because I had other mechs that I had grown fond of using.
Yeah.
You know what? I just need to...
Yeah. I was extremely swayed by Mad Dux's arguments. It's why the Archer becomes one of the first mechs I go for in HBS BattleTech. Because it's like... I like it to be able to... Yeah. Well, because you can outfit it into a brawler and then just load it up with SRMs.
Yeah, SRM brawler is the way to go if you want to do that. And it can tank a good amount of armor on it too, you know?
Yeah. And doing the SRMs reduces the weight, so you have a lot more to distribute to armor and to melee buff-ups.
Yeah. I tend to max out the armor on my mechs, for better or worse.
Noob Skills is right, the MRM catapult is never not funny.
Shotgunning people.
Yep.
Wait, the LRM?
So if you take an archer and because of its hands and everything, and you up armor it, and give it a bunch of like melee bonuses, then you downscale the LRMs for SRMs, so it gets up close and personal and just
you said MRMs.
punches and shotguns.
I thought you meant medium missiles, and I was like, I don't.
Oh no! Sorry. I switched back to the archer. He was talking about taking a catapult and giving it MRMs.
Oh right.
Oh
yeah.
That makes more sense then.
I liked in MechWarrior 4. There's this one particular map that had like rivers, lakes, and a few ponds, and like I'd go find a pond and the catapult, just sit there, squat in the pond, and just use someone else's satellite system to just continuously launch salvos of LRMs.
Mm-hmm.
And then you run in, you just start shooting your two light lasers because that's all you had left.
It sounds like a catapult, alright.
Yep. And then, of course, there's those stupid catapults where you just replace all of the LRM box with piles and piles of machine guns, which is hilarious.
We could do that back in
infantry, I guess.
Somebody was able to do it in Mega Mech, and it was hilarious.
I never played. Oh, go ahead.
It just saws off armor.
Yeah, I bet it does.
I didn't play MechWarrior 3, so MechWarrior 4, like, I think that's when Omni-Mech started becoming a thing, but I'm not sure. At least in MechWarrior, you know.
Yep.
But, you know, that's when I understood that I could play around with, like, different loadouts. Like, I never figured out how to make different loadouts in the original MechWarrior game. That was hard for my little teenager, young brain to comprehend. I just, took stock. I just took whatever the stock build was and just ran out with it.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. I really wish they were making another BattleTech turn-based game, because I had so much fun coming up with just all sorts of custom builds in that. I mean, my favorite was, I'm the kind of maniac that decides to put jump jets on an assault mech and go fight God.
Yeah.
Like, one of my favorite moments in that game was jump jetting behind an enemy mech in an Atlas 2 and just unloading an Alpha Strike into his bag. It was so satisfying, and I bet that pilot was shitting himself.
Well, what do you want new in a new BattleTech game? What are you looking forward to?
If it was like a turn-based game, you mean? I would like to see, more variety in the stuff you can take. I'd like to see more infantry, like battle armor, if that's possible, vehicles. I guess like all the BTA stuff. I'd like to see more mechs, more customization and stuff. Like there was like a lot of stuff that is in BattleTech that they didn't necessarily include in the game, and I wouldn't mind seeing more of that added. And, it would be nice to see something like that in the Clan Invasion era. Especially now with all the MechWarrior stuff. I just can't believe they're just not making another turn-based strategy game.
Oh,
It saddens me.
what happened to the company that made it?
Well, I could be wrong about this, but I think it was either Paradox or it was whoever owns the right to the video game that didn't want to do another one. And that's just like, damn. Considering the series is like a strategy-based one, I think they'd want to
It's,
do more of it.
BattleTech has always been cursed in that way. It's like, because, it's the how many people hold a license to what else,
Yeah, there really is. It really does, I think, handicap the franchise to just have its rights just carved up the way they are.
Oh, yeah. I actually encountered it in a weird way recently, which was trying to find dubs and subs of certain animes. Because often when an anime changes hands, the company will then go out of its way to try to get rid of prior dubs of it or subs of it from the internet.
Huh.
And so you have an anime that's been translated before, and suddenly no translated version of it can be found. Now, to be fair, several of those were like Animate and what's the other company? 4Kids, so some of them were pretty bad as far as their. But yeah. But sometimes, like, for archival purposes, you would like to see some version of the anime and understand it. And
No, I totally understand you there. Yeah, it's. I mean, that's stuff like that is why we have Robotech versus Macross, because Harmony Gold is Harmony Gold, and why you had things like the Unseen and stuff.
Yep.
Which sucks, but I don't know. I don't understand enough about the laws and everything with that to really know any sort of good solution to it.
Well, you also have the difficulty of there's the international copyright laws that are held by kind of treaty between countries, but then their own individual laws are different. So then you end up with three formats of copyright law the moment something tries to transfer from one country to another.
And boy,
and that's
I'm
before
sure that
you
makes it fun.
And that's before you account for the fuckery of lawyers.
And they'll be there.
And I'll be there as near as her next prayer. Sorry, I had a Count of Monte Cristo the musical moment, but I'm over it.
I thought you were singing Jackson 5.
I mean, wouldn't be surprised if the melody was similar.
You ignorant.
Yeah.
I remember where I was when I found out Michael Jackson died. I was eating chicken wings at a local joint. We just started making jokes immediately because we're horrible people.
Well, he had a reputation.
He did, yeah, and I tell you what, those jokes came hard and fast. Like on the internet, I mean, not us in the restaurant. It was just more like
oh, yeah.
he was barely dead, and there was already like horrible jokes online for it. Such as the internet.
Yeah.
Man, there's always like certain parts when I'm drawing mechs that I'm just like, what do I do here? And it's like, sometimes it's the feed. Just like trying to figure out good details that make it interesting to look at and look like something original, I guess.
Yep.
These things can fly, right?
There are variations of them that can, yes.
Okay. Well, I won't worry about putting a jetpack on it quite yet then.
Yeah. The 9B.
You know how sometimes they put like wide hip plates on mechs, like the Tolgies, if you look in the hips?
Yeah.
I always assumed that they
Yeah.
put like thrusters inside of those hip plates to add some more lift.
You know,
Yeah.
actually, they do have that on the Tolgies. The ones on the sides, on the Master Grade, there's no thrusters in them, but in the real grade version, there are.
I was watching
Which I think
I
is
was watching a
interesting.
bit of like the Tolgi stuff, and I noticed that like his hip stuff didn't have any like fire coming out of it, and I was like, oh, well, that's standard.
Yeah, I think that's something that it's supposed to have. It just wasn't done. I'm fairly certain the real grade version has the hip thrusters to it.
Wait, I am sorry, Krispy. I'm an idiot. The entire Mark 9 line are aerial capable.
Okay, so that does get a jetpack then.
Yeah. Right, it's the Mark 5s and earlier that were not aerial capable. Problem when you write your own lore is you have to keep track of it.
Oh boy, do I understand that.
Yeah, no, I did make them flight mechs specifically because of the reference to the name Spitfire.
Yeah, that's a good point. With a name like that, it should be flight capable.
Yeah. The 9A is a flying rifleman. The 9B is a melee skirmisher.
Yeah.
The
So
9B...
No, go ahead.
Oh, no. You say your point first, because I'll just keep talking.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so I figure with this, like, this is where the cockpit's at. It kind of opens from
Yeah.
the top. Very similar to Gundam, obviously, but it
Yeah.
works.
The 9C
Wondered-
is an aerial missile unit, and the 9D is a rescue unit.
Yeah, I got
I
you.
often wondered where they kept the fuel in a lot of giant robots, especially for them to be in the air as long as they are sometimes.
I think it's stored in a who gives a shit fuel tank.
Yeah. When I was a
Yeah,
kid, I
but-
often thought I guess it's pure energy coming from the reactor somehow, and I was like,
One mobile suit. There's only one instance in Gundam I can think of a mobile suit where they explain fuel storage on it, and it's honestly kind of wild. It's in Gundam 00. It's the Union's basic mobile suit, the Flag. But apparently, part of the lore for it is it stores fuel as molecular hydrogen in the wings and stuff. and then it just pulls it from that.
If you've seen,
like, wild.
If you've seen some of the because in some of the really master grade and above Gundam kits, they make you build the framework for the legs and shit.
Oh yeah.
And it almost makes sense that their legs would be that developed, have so many crossbars in there. And sometimes I think that's probably a good place to store fuel, you know?
I would imagine that they definitely have spots within their, probably more so the legs than I'd say the arms.
You know what? If you could store ammo in your legs, we could store fuel in them. How about that?
Oh yeah, that's how I play BattleTech. I put all the ammo in the legs. It's like, this bitch ain't exploding and killing my pilot.
I think I've been going through a bout of depression.
Me too, man. I was just thinking today how tired and drained I feel lately, and it's just like,
I know.
Maybe that's why.
Yesterday I slept so much, and
I don't sleep enough.
I wonder. Well, I noticed that there's one or two other people in the BPLX that are said I'm not fine. I think I'm in a bit of depression. I really do think maybe it's seasonal depression or something like that.
I mean, I definitely think I get a bit of that. More so in the winter time.
Hey TK.
I was trying to do that picture with the horse girls where I was replacing them with our characters, and the program kept messing up, and I couldn't get it quite right, and I got so fed up with it, I just got angry and stopped doing it. And then after that, I've noticed that I've been kind of depressed lately. I was I don't want to do anything.
I mean, I can understand that frustration when it comes to working with programs and stuff. I don't know. For me, it's I tend to push myself to draw and create all the time because it's, it means a lot to me, and it's something there's a lot I want to do with it. But, I don't feel... I just feel like I just do it so much that I burn myself out on it, and I just don't take that into account, because it's I need to constantly be doing stuff. Yeah. And I think it just kind of gets me to points where I just wear myself out. And that's just kind of how I feel right now, is I feel just kind of worn out. And, there's other factors, I think, to it, too, I kind of shit with my sleep schedule, and I've made some medication changes recently that might be affecting it, but still, it's just, I'm sure that's it's a soup.
Sometimes a good exercise is to make a squiggle or just a random shape, and then look at it and see what you could turn it into and draw around that.
The answer to how the ammo in the right leg gets to the left arm is, it's just a big conveyor belt. That's my thought. If we had a machine gun in the arm on this mag, as I will now demonstrate, if we had the ammo stored here, you got a belt going all the way over here.
I'm gonna do it. I don't care if the mech contingency comes and kills me. I'm gonna tell the secret.
Yeah.
Mech gnomes.
Honestly,
they live inside the mech, and they carry the ammo. They don't carry it. They fire brigade bucket the ammo.
God, Andy, you just reminded me of I'm used to go on 1D4chan, which is actually a funny story how I ended up here. And one of the things I remember, because back then I was wanted to get into 40K and stuff, before I realized how much money it was. And I found that site, and I was looking up stuff for 40K, and one of the things I saw was a thing called Boris the Titan, which was essentially this Titan that had been taken over by orcs, with one orc sealing himself in the control room and essentially just becoming the brain of the Titan, and then the entire rest of the Titan is just run by grots, and it's just an entire civilization inside this Titan. The different limbs are different districts.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. Like, look up Boris the Titan and see if you can find it. But yeah, I remember reading that and I'm just like, I love this. And there's other stuff for it too, where it's just, for some reason, I just like the idea of just some kind of just Titanist robot with people essentially like running it like a old battleship or something.
Yeah, like a Titan that's like become a community and like
yeah,
they have to keep it afloat.
Like if you see any like Das Boot movie or something. Like...
There was an anime. I didn't watch it. I just saw like the it was for an episode and it was like a very TDLR or whatever it's called. But it's like this guy was trying to get these people off a boat because there was a floating city. You know, was trying to get them off the floating city because he saw that this thing was going to sink in like any moment.
That sounds like Poseidon.
And nobody would like fix it. And like he eventually like took over the head of the city and he like had it ram onto the shore. And he says, "Okay, everybody get off and we'll move on land and like forget." And everybody's like, "No, we want to live on our ship city."
Oh God, it's Batavia, the anime.
And he's like, "No, we don't want to leave." And he's like, eventually he couldn't do anything, and so he just let them leave. And it was like, sometimes you gotta let people, you know, go out the way they want to, I guess.
Well, you know, as they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't expect it to drink.
Yeah. You can't force it to drink. I mean, you can, but you're not supposed to.
Well, that's just waterboarding, and I'm pretty sure that's illegal under the Geneva Convention.
You could shove a pipe down its throat and then, like, force water into its gut, but then,
oh,
like...
God.
That gets into something from the 30 Years' War that I will not discuss the details of on the channel, but I'll just say if you really want to read something horrible, read about the Swedish drink.
My bum is on the Swedish.
Fitting.
Oh, that's right. I wanted this thing to be holding a machine gun.
Yeah.
Hold on. We will fix this post-haste. No, God, what have we done? We've made abstract art. Okay, there we go.
I remember Rail showed us, like, the 30th anniversary for Gundam Wing, and they showed Little Hero, and he had, like, a 2-foot-tall Leo plushie or toy, and I was like, I want that!
That was...
I want a fucking 2-foot-tall, like, Leo thing, or 1-foot-tall, but I would
love a Leo plush, or, well, more specifically, a Tallgeese plush, because, once again, I am filleting the Tallgeese.
Oh, yeah.
Fillet away. Hey, little Willie.
It's my favorite mobile suit for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'd like to imagine?
He's gonna read me about that.
Like, a Leo Underground, where people buy, you get these, like, super rich people that buy Leos, and then they like, customize them and configure them and have people pilot them, and they beat the shit out of each other underground.
I was just thinking of a Leo covered in ERA, but that works too.
What's ERA?
Explosive reactive armor. It's the danger brick you see pasted all over Russian armor.
Oh, my cat. I love my cat. I love my cat.
Oh, is your cat going for your beef or your pork rinds too?
Like she turned off WBPL.
Oh, that's right. She walks on the keyboard.
Now she's wrestling with Binksy. I've seen a few shorts of this cat called Merv, and the guy like talks to him, and it's a Siamese, and apparently the Siamese is very talkative. It's like,
I believe it.
He's like, "Are you talking to the Bagagwa cat?" He's like, "What?"
Cats are fun.
They are.
Yeah. So for the audience, I was eating pork rinds before stream because I'm a weirdo that likes pork rinds, and my one cat Pudding was just like you know the scene at the beginning of Oliver Twist where he's like, "Please, sir, may I have some more?" Like he was doing that. Just he had his paws up on my desk, just sniffing for those pork rinds, and I was like, "I'm not giving you this because you were going to shotgun blast shit all over the place if I do." But he really wanted them, so I had to eat them quick. Alright. I realize this is probably not the most exciting pose for this Meg, but, you know. Gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, the Spitfire is usually seen fielded with the Galahout and the Grail Knight. With the Galahout basically being a retardedly big cannon with legs. And the Grail Knight being basically an Escaflowne style mech. So fancy sword fighting will intensify.
Does this look like the face of mercy?
Exactly.
Hi, I'm here to kill everyone. Ha 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 ha.
It would be kind of fun to paint an Atlas with a Walmart smiley face on it.
I had an idea for my personal, like, comic book / manga. Like, I had so many, but so it was basically kind of like Armored Core-ish, but the premise of was basically business guy. I haven't even started.
Sorry, no, it's what Krispy just drew.
Oh, you
So
noticed.
he goes up to the Coke machine and he wins. Like, he opens the bottle and the machine goes off and says he won the prize. And it, you remember the day where, like, they used to say you could win a car or a helicopter?
Oh, the Harrier Jet Pepsi?
Yeah, you remember that shit back in the day from the bottle cap? Well, basically, he wins his mech from the bottle cap.
I would
And
love
the
that.
idea is that the company... The original idea is, like, the head of the company, his son died. He's going a little bit insane. And he keeps making this mech that his son loved. And after he died, the, like, shareholders or whatever are like, well, we need to get rid of this thing. How do we get rid of it, you know? And, like, someone's like, just give it away in a, you know, prize or something. And he wins it. The fiance wants to keep the mech close to her because it's her, you know, fiance's mech. And so she basically, like, because, you know, owning a mech is, like, hella expensive, you know.
Yeah.
It's like when you win like a big car and all, you know, everybody starts showing up. It's like you need to pay this, that, and another.
I mean, I can't imagine you can just take that to the local garage.
No. And so he starts piling in it, and basically it would be a story about him becoming, you know, a good pilot and all that, but also maybe some comedy bits.
I like the sound of that. You could have some fun with
But
that.
the mech is also like the mech is also pretty, even though it looks, the mech is also pretty good because it was like over designed because it was someone's like someone's like personal mech.
Yeah,
Who had loodles of money.
as you do. You know, I think I'm gonna do an ammo drum back here. Is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's right. I'm bullpumping your mech.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Or you could put one of those giant
design.
barrels underneath it, like the Zaku has, or the Leo.
Oh, the big drum down here.
Yeah.
I suppose I could do that, but I also like bullpups,
Huh.
so.
Yeah, the way you do it is all right.
For some reason, I just really like them a lot.
I just thought of something. So somebody was talking. I think it was Lore Master. He was talking about like guns from Tiffany's
Tiffany's,
or guns made by Tiffany's or something. Like,
breakfast at Tiffany's.
yeah, you know, the Tiffany's, the jewelry maker. They like apparently they're like. It's the one to make the handles with like really intricate shit all over it. Yes. So
Holy heck.
imagine a mech. Give like 4 or 5 mechs to Tiffany's and say, "Yeah, here, go ham on it." I'd like to see some. I'd like to see some Baroque armor.
I mean, I'd
Man.
imagine it's gonna look like something out of Escaflowne, probably. Just like super ornate. Which, I mean, I love ornate mech designs. You know, just something that's gonna have engravings and trim all over it.
You know what I mean when I say Baroque?
Yeah. Well, does Krispy?
I know this. It's a style, but I'm just trying to think of what it looks like up the top.
Like
of my
very
head.
17th century.
Yeah. So it would be very like trim and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
Like,
overwhelming amounts of trim and shit
Like
like
those
that.
express rifles and shit.
Pike and
Like,
shot.
by the time they got done decorating the armor, the guy's probably dead and the war's been
Yeah.
over for a while.
Yeah. Actually, I don't remember if there probably are some suits like that, but at the Philly Art Museum, they actually have an entire hall of medieval weapons and arms, or arms and armor, and some of those suits are like really fancy looking.
Someone was having a suit of armor made for his little kid, and like they couldn't finish it because he had already grown out of it before
Yeah,
they.
that kind of that's just like master crafted shit that it's gonna get fucked up the minute it goes into combat, but they're probably not wearing it for that. It's definitely for whatever.
Yeah, it's parade
fancy
uniform.
event.
Actually, okay, yeah, there is a degree where you would not go for overly fancy. However, you would have some degree of gilding on your armor, and what that was to indicate that you were someone of substance and wealth, which meant you were more likely to be taken alive and ransomed rather than just killed.
That would make sense.
So yeah, it was a guarantee of safety for wealthier soldiers.
Man, we really should bring back that era of out-fabbing our opponents.
I mean, you've seen what Lanchnet clothing looks like, right?
Yeah.
I am holding my kitty against his will.
I definitely want to put machine guns in the head of this thing.
So
Golly, look at this one. This armor looks like shit out of like blood, not Bloodborne, Dark Souls.
Souls.
Like,
Oh, the Lanchnik armor.
it reminds me of the two that people hate fighting. Something in Ornstein.
Ormstein and Schmo.
the best
Yeah.
law firm.
Schmo is the big one. Ormstein is the very dragon-looking one with the spear.
Yeah, Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, this is what I mean, Andy, when I say Hellenicus.
Ah.
So there was an accord where, in the Holy Roman Empire, for a period of time, you were actually forbidden to do overly vast displays of wealth because it was worried that like peasants would revolt if the nobles were too nicely dressed, stuff like that. Kind of a logical thing.
No, that doesn't seem possible.
But the emperor gave a special dispensation that frontline soldiers who served in the military were allowed to dress as fabulously as they wanted. So it became sort of this weird thing of a weird occasion in history where the more peacock someone was dressed, the more dangerous they probably actually were. Mobile suit Glandam, that's a good way to put it.
Oh, I love that. I also just thought of a Gundam with like a hair metal wig on.
Yep.
Mobile suit drip.
Yeah, on a more conservative side, here's probably one of my favorite examples.
I can afford to put gold leaf on my mobile suit.
Actually, in the Imperium, gold, while still a valuable metal, is actually now less valuable than silver.
Really?
Because gold is, in the universe, more common than silver is.
Huh.
Now, gold is
Did
still
not know that.
valuable. Gold is still valuable because of circuitry.
Oh yeah, I figured that's where you were going with that.
But silver is now the rarer of the two metals, and thus the one regarded as valuable because of its rarity.
You know, there's sometimes I just really like a good silver trim over anything.
Yeah. Goes good
Gold
with.
trim, I think, can be a bit ostentatious.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you should probably do this in House Pendragon colors.
I don't know what those are.
That sort of khaki desert color camo that you see on a lot of English soldiers.
The khaki tan, yeah.
Yeah, the khaki tan with blue trim, typically royal blue.
Okay.
Gundam bling.
Oh, I love that one.
Mobile Suit Gundam bling.
Somebody needs to draw that.
Char reasonable.
The gold geese.
Oh yeah, man.
How gaudy.
There's a company or something that made their own mum's the word, not toggies.
What do you mean?
Like, you're pretty sure it's a toggies, but it's different that,
Oh, the model kit. I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah,
if you look at it, it's like, is that toggies? And they go, no.
It definitely is a tallgeese. It absolutely is 100% a tallgeese. They just definitely don't want to say it out loud, because, I mean, I don't blame them. But it's a solid design, so why not make something in that style?
I mean, the toggies had simple armaments. It had the huge-ass cannon, I think like two beam sabers and a shield.
That's why I liked it, because it wasn't like a super ostentatious design. But you know, it didn't have anything crazy, but it still was like an ace suit. Also,
Well, it was also super strong and fast, but its speed came from just raw firepower.
Actually, one of the reasons I really liked it, and this might sound really autistic, is because instead of having eyes, it had a visor.
I think it had a Leo head, and that mask just covers up most of the visor.
Yeah, but that face is what really drew me to it, was that mask.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing is a shield, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes, a buckler, so not a huge shield.
Yeah.
Something that allows, strapped to the arm, that allows it to handle the rifle. And then the rifle should have a kind of glaive-like blade on the front.
Ah, right. I forgot about the...
A little choppier than a bayonet.
Yeah, there we go.
Generals gathered in their masses.
When I meant to text you about the stream earlier, and I saw your lyrics from last night, and I was just like, oh god.
Alright.
Yeah, you want to read it for the audience?
Yeah, here we go.
Storm came up with a version of War Pigs that's cursed.
The title is, We're Glad Ozzy Wasn't Here to Hear This. Soldiers gathered in their fursuits, like the dummies in their jackboots. AI girlfriends plot seduction, thunder thighs of death's construction. Oh, whoa, yeah!
I hate how well it works.
In the fields, the catboy's burning. Okay, I'm not reading any further because past this, it gets pretty spicy.
Oh, well, I mean, it is for your album.
Yeah.
Every day we stray further from God.
I will go, though, to the last verse because I think that's worth... Now in VPNs keep searching, every image more concerning. Live leak now just seems so tame. Internet is freeze-dried shame. Oh, yeah. Servers down now, no more format. God at last has left the chat. Internet at last now quits. Feathery's now doing whippets. Oh, yeah.
You can buy the album on Napster next year.
Hey, if I enrage them, it increases chat engagement.
Yes,
Hey,
that's what we
Ramshackle.
want. We want an upset audience star.
Thunderclap. Hey there.
we want our audience to hate us. That's definitely it. We're like Jake Paul or whatever the fuck.
Lord Noob Skill says this harms the sonar.
I'm
Chris says it
sorry,
needs more
Sonar.
beatboxing.
Oh, you want me to do it? We wanted to sing it again so I could beatbox to it?
Okay,
God.
we had a joke in our Fallout game last night, because you know how Fallout, time is supposed to have, stopped in 1960, even though technology kept advancing? So,
Yeah.
so of course, there's no heavy metal, there's no later punk movement, there's no goth, you know? So, at one point, though, I joked that my character was singing music by his favorite crooner, John Osborne, and started singing in crooner style, Mr. Crowley, what went on with your head? So he's singing Ozzy Osbourne as if he was a crooner.
I kind of want to hear what that album would sound like, just for morbid curiosity's sake.
There was an anime opening that I was listening to, and I was just like, I really want to sing this like in a Frank Sinatra voice.
Cocainum is threatening to pee-pee slap us if we rage bait chat.
La di da doo doo, la di da dee.
No, we don't do that here.
Ramshackle says, Ramshackle says, I'm here to tell you all there exists a Transformer named Big Daddy.
Oh God, there's a poop transformer.
What?
It just reminded me that exists. Yeah, there
Okay.
is.
Not saying what I was about to say.
I forget what its name is, but it's like it's a very I don't want to say appropriate name because there's nothing appropriate about a poop-based transformer.
Jeez.
Thankfully
I
not.
gotta-
Storm. Thankfully not.
I kind of want to read the current comic strip Transformers. Like, somehow Optimus Prime gets Megatron's arm grafted onto him, and it drives him
Apparently
insane.
Yeah, apparently that one's really good. Apparently Optimus Prime is just like horrible PTSD and just like all this other like crazy shit happens.
Okay.
What's up?
Yes.
Should we be concerned?
I mean, I'm looking at pictures of this so-called poop bot, and I'm not happy.
Oh, you found him. What's his name, Storm?
I didn't look long enough to... It just says
Share with
poop
the-
mech.
I think his name's like Rumpadump or something.
Something like that.
I think it's Rumpadump.
I
I forget what it is.
Loose deuce?
Oh, that's what it was. Loose Dews.
Oh, why?
I don't know who made that, but they have some explaining to do.
Okay,
that's
so
just-
this is from BotBots, which is like... You know how you have Teen Titans Go or Thundercats Roar, like the stupid, we're trying to do Adventure Time, but we don't have the talent art style?
You're not wrong.
It's like that version of Transformers.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Now, understand, I'm not saying Adventurous Time was done without talent. Like, that guy was clearly talented, but his art style was built to draw and animate those characters as rapidly as possible.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Whereas then a lot of these other studios start doing the so-called Cal art style, and they're doing it to be lazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not about to shit talk a simpler art style, because I totally understand making it simpler so it's easier to draw stuff faster. But yeah, there's definitely can be some laziness with it.
But when you can fund an entire art team, an entire animation team,
it's more that.
And
it's
with
like,
yeah.
The one example I think of that I've seen on the internet is Owl House. Apparently, like there's certain episodes where you can see that they really put the money in.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just like the animation is just so crisp and good.
You see, okay, that's effort. I'm looking at the animation right now, and that is time and effort was put into that. So yes, it's simplistic. Yeah, it's simplistic, but it's not lazy. It's. I think you know what I mean when I say people using simplistic as an excuse for lazy,
yeah,
as
like
opposed
that shit,
to
like Big Mouth. I just think of that show. I don't know. There's just some art styles.
Yeah, no, that. Okay, Big Mouth is just gross. That like.
Yeah, there's certain simpler art styles that are just gross. Like I mean, I don't want to get into a fuck Disney thing, but No.
Feel free. Keep going.
I hate the art style that Pixar has now for all their stuff. It's all the same, and it looks so awful.
Yeah.
Like, the older I get, the more of a grumpy old man I sound like, I swear. But, you know, it's just like, I think back to being a kid and going to the theaters to see, like, Disney's Atlantis. I think was the last animated movie that I saw in theaters. And that movie was so well done.
Well, I think of the scene where she's rising up and all the blue light is swirling around her.
Yeah.
Like just gorgeously animated.
They did such a good job with that movie, and it's just... You just don't see it anymore. You don't really see stuff like that. And, you know, I know that stuff can be expensive to do. By God, animation is not cheap. I can totally understand wanting to do it cost-effectively.
Yeah,
you know? There's just like, that's not what's happening.
Yeah, to Thunderclap Sasquatch, I'm convinced Big Mouth started as an aristocrats joke that somehow was accepted as an actual pitch. I could believe that. For those of you in the audience that don't know, the Aristocrats is a long-form joke where you are supposed to get as filthy as possible to see how long you can make the audience endure it. And then you end it with the punchline, the Aristocrats.
So that's what that's about.
Yeah, so if you ever... You know, I'm not going to advise that, actually, because it's horrible.
I don't think it's a legal defense.
Yeah. So anyways, and then Positron asks, Cal art style, like Steven Universe was successful to do that. So like Steven Universe is an example where I would say, I wouldn't call it like profoundly good, but I wouldn't call it lazy either.
No.
Other good examples might have been like Gravity Falls. But then there just came this cavalcade of cartoons in the 20-teens. Like Thundercats Roar, Teen Titans Go, etc., where it was just like no effort was being put into it.
Yeah.
And it was called the Cal art style because it was all the people coming out of California School of Art or something like that.
Yeah.
And so,
I will say, just from my own personal background, I was in graphic design school at that time, you know, like the early 20-teens and stuff. And it was very much the artistic style of that era to, you know, be more minimalistic with your designs for things, you know. If you look back on that era, you can really see it. And I'm not surprised that had to bleed over into other artistic styles. You know, it very much became like, I almost want to say like simpler for the ease of commercial value in terms of a lot of that style, which some of it, you know, I thought some of it was definitely good. You know, I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with a simpler art style so long as it looks good and is styled in an appeasing way, and it fits with what you're doing it for.
There's another example of simple but good, Tartakovsky.
Yes. Gendy Tartakovsky really understands that. I mean, you go back and watch Samurai Jack, and it's a Kurosawa film. You know?
But there's also something to be said for Tartakovsky is the perfect example of every line is directed towards motion.
Yes. Every
object draws your eye in a direction. So no matter how simplistic it is designed like it's Velcro. It is visual Velcro.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the emphasis, the point of those scenes is, you know, even with the simplicity, the emphasis is where it needs to be. You know?
Yeah.
Like with a lot of those character designs, you know, and it's not just it's like any cartoon really, which is one of the reasons I love cartoons so much. Is like with a lot of those stylized designs, you know, it really gives you a chance to make characters stand out via their silhouette.
Yeah.
You know, you look at, I mean, look at SpongeBob. Like, every character looks different, and you can tell immediately who's who. If it was just a black, like, filled-in picture, you could probably pick out who's who in SpongeBob.
Yeah. And so, like, that makes sense, and that's part of why cartoons are drawn simply a lot of times. Like, not everything has to be anime, but it's when you can tell that it's gone from...
You know what it is? I feel like what it is it's people taking the wrong lessons from what is being done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because think of how many like AAA game studios tried to mimic the whole like indie style of game without realizing what made those games good was not necessarily the artistic styling of it. Although that does play a part if you're trying to mimic a certain era of games, but also just, you know, like gameplay. Gameplay is a huge thing with a lot of that.
So, Ramshackle, are you talking about Unicorn Warriors Eternal?
Oh yeah, that's like the newer one that he did.
Interesting. Might be interesting, but yeah, Ramshackle saying the new show feels like it's being forced by the corporation to justify keeping him on the payroll and have practically no passion in it. No, the other one. Okay, so what's the other one?
There's a one about a dog, I think, that's coming out, which I don't know. I saw like a little bit of a trailer for it. I don't want to say one way or the other because, you know, could be very much right in that they're just trying to keep him on the payroll, but I hope that's not the case.
There's one coming out called Heist Safari.
Okay, that I'm not familiar with.
And then the other most recent one was Primal, which...
Primal was pretty well done, so that was definitely a case of him putting effort into it.
Like, so in trying to study ways of making characters more... see you, Cocainum. Have fun. Don't die. We love you. Trailer opens with dog thing everything. Huh.
Yeah, there's one about a dog, I think, that's coming out that he's involved in. But that's all about all I know.
Yeah. But yeah, like, in trying to understand simpler drawing styles, I've been looking at certain animes recently, but looking at Tartakovsky, like, I feel like I could probably learn quite a bit from him for the stuff I want to draw for my stuff. I'm not going to give the name out because I keep getting my name stolen psychically by someone else.
You know what's another good one to look up too is Bruce Timm.
Bruce Timm is definitely inspirational upon me as a child.
I have a notebook of his behind me. I'm not going to post anything from it because it's more pinups than anything, because he does a lot of them and they're really good, but definitely not something I can post on Twitch. But yeah, no, I love his style, and I grew up watching like all the
Batman.
DCAU stuff. So yeah, Batman, Justice League was a huge one. I honestly want to say like Justice League more than Batman, just because it's like, I mean, I definitely watched plenty of the Batman one, but just Justice League is the one that I was old enough to really kind of get into.
Right, because I'm a little older than you, which means I started with Batman. You would have still been an infant.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I remember being on like TV and stuff in like the late 1990s. So
yeah, yeah, Batman animated series, fucking legendary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Timm, definitely a good one to look at. One of the things I'm working on is like learning how to simplify my armor drawing, because as someone who is in love with medieval armor and who like studied medieval armor the way some people study anatomy, it's hard to want to let go of every little rivet, every little link, every little plate and placement. And so then it's like, yeah.
I definitely think if you look at like those artists, you will find ways to stylize it in an interesting way, while making it easier to draw.
Mm-hmm. Ramshackle says, Primal is case studying how a story can be told without dialogue. This is true.
Yep. I would also say, certain episodes of Samurai Jack, and another... I can think of one really good episode of Dexter's Lab, because he worked on that as well, where it's all about Dexter going to the store and getting a light bulb to replace in his lab. And as simple as a premise of that sounds, it's just the way that it's told, like he has his mom take him and stuff, it's just the way that it's told with no dialogue until like the very end of the episode. It's just so interesting thinking back to it, You really can do a lot with like no dialogue. I'm actually
the musical, like when he was born.
The what?
Oh, dear brother, I love you very much.
Oh, that one,
I guess I shouldn't touch.
Yep. Okay, so I just found it, and it's a movie called Fixed.
That's what it was called. I knew it was something like
yeah, and just watching it, I'm like... Watching that is like seeing the smartest girl you know having to work at a strip club. It's like, you don't need to do this.
It's that bad, huh?
Yeah, no, that is way too much effort being put into something that should never see the light of day.
I hate hearing that about an animator that I like.
Well, everyone has to make one mistake in their life. I suppose it's the reverse of, well, bringing up Seth MacFarlane. Like, I royally do not like a lot of Seth MacFarlane's comedy work. Like, early Family Guy was decent enough, but, it just went off the rails. American Dad, his cavalcade of cartoon comedy, like, yeah, there are funny sketches in it, but overall it just gets obnoxious and kind of even gross at points.
Yeah.
But then, thinking to, like, the Orville, like, he was brilliant in writing the Orville.
I was just thinking that as well, because I haven't watched the series, but I have seen clips of it, of certain episodes, and some of the themes that they tackle in that, the way that they tackle them, is just like, wow,
oh, yeah.
I'm really, like, this is, it's literally Star Trek. It's legitimately as good as Star Trek episodes.
Yeah, it's Star Trek. It started like it was going to be Futurama, and then it turned into Star Trek if Star Trek was allowed to be a little more crass. Not super crass.
Yeah.
But, like, it's the Star Trek that acknowledges these aren't just heroes on a ship, they're co-workers.
Yeah. It does. And you know, it tackles certain modern day issues.
Divorce, addiction,
identity. Just all sorts of stuff in really interesting ways, you know. Like, Say what you will about Seth MacFarlane. I'm right there with you. With like, a lot of his cartoon work, I just find super annoying at this point. But like, dude knows how to write Star Trek. And
And again, it's not like he's talentless. Like, he clearly has talent.
No.
It's that the talent gets used on stuff where it's like... It's kind of like Adam Sandler, actually. Like,
yeah,
guy clearly has
Sandler
talent.
can act,
But, like, he shouldn't be allowed to be the project lead.
no, because then he just is like, we're going to go on a vacation.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen it, but I've heard Uncut Gems is like a really good movie that he's in.
Uncut Gems is really good. Reign Over Me is really good. I really liked him in Click.
I liked him in Click as well. That movie stuck with me for a long time. As corny as it sounds.
that's right. There was that movie I was trying to think of last stream that we were on, Cool World. I was going to ask if you've seen that.
Cool World, yes, I know what you're talking about. It's sort of like, what do you call it? Roger Rabbit, but instead of
Done by Rick Astley, or whatever that guy is that does like slightly dirtier cartoons.
Yeah, it's not major cartoon figures, and it's a lot more bizarre and kind of surrealistic.
I mean, I'd be down to watch it. The name sounds familiar, so I'm wondering if I've at least heard of it before, or it might just be...
I think Nostalgia Critic did a video on it once.
Oh, I haven't really watched a lot of Nostalgia Critic, because, you know...
What?
Not really my thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was worried that when you say you know, and that is usually a sign of like, oh god, did someone else famous do something else?
No, it's more just like, it's the Nostalgia Critic, and it's just like...
Okay.
It's just a certain flavor of internet humor, I guess, that I'm not necessarily, like, into, is how I could put it politely.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so I'm starting to take on the challenge of they're simple, they're not meant to be super complicated, but trying to write decent theme songs for different WBPL members. And it's kind of a challenge because I want to be able to surprise them with it, but I also want it to be something I think they would ask for.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, honestly, your whole trying to figure out how to simplify things, like, that's honestly the journey I've been in my art style for years. Like, I'm constantly, you know, trying to balance making something look good versus keeping it simple enough where if I need to draw it over again, it's not going to be tedious to do.
Oh god. Bully Snake said it was a mockbuster of Roger Rabbit. Mockbuster. I remember there was a time where Sci-Fi was just pumping out all these mockbusters, and to be honest, I think some of them were...
Man,
when I say good, I mean like B rank good, or C, you know, like, it's not great, but maybe you're better for watching it. It's just, you know...
Sci-Fi was like king of the B-movie schlock back in the day.
Yeah, there was a moment where they were making fun of the Transformers. I forgot what they called it, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Well, they made all those monster movies, like the Giant Shark series.
The Sharknado?
Like Monster Shark or Megalodon versus, like, Crocosaurus or something.
Oh, yes, I remember all those movies. Actually, we watched one of those not too long ago. It was like one of the Sharktopus movies.
The weirdest movie I saw, and it was apparently written by, come on, Andrew, come on, the guy that played, Captain Kirk, William Shatner. It was about an alien monster that originated from the sun, crashes on the Earth, and, like, does shit.
That's weird.
That's actually reminding me of a weird category, sort of side by side with sci-fi and fantasy called magical realism, where the entire shtick is do an otherwise realistic normal world, add in a singular magical or otherwise supernatural or something element, and then try to account for how life would move around it, just around it.
Is that how we get things like Umbrella Academy?
I think Umbrella Academy is honestly just still straight up like sci-fi TV.
What was the one with it was like with the cops, but like all the orcs are gangsters and right.
I see what you're saying, and I would actually count stuff like that, but apparently the people who do the magical realism genre wouldn't. They would say that's just fantasy in a modern day. I'm talking about, like, so the best example I can think of is, and it's not all of them, because a lot of them do just go straight into fantasy and sci-fi, but some of the weirder SCPs, where it's like, what if everything's normal except for this one singular thing? The problem is, it's a genre that I think people only hear about if they're in academia. Because it's definitely some of the huffing your own farts kind of stuff, but it still fascinates me.
There's a game on Steam, and I think it's more of a story-driven game than an actual gameplay, but it's based off of one of those really old, like, 1960s, like, penny books. It's called The Invincible.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those games where, like, I really want to find, like, a good playthrough of it or something, kind of like to watch it, because it's very interesting. Because, like, it's funny how the imagination of people from back in, like, the early 1900s of what science fiction was,
Yeah, like those old school illustrations of just all the weird sci-fi. Yeah, like the Jules Verne kind of stuff.
Wasn't there a time where people openly believed that there was life, like there was a civilization on Mars? It was like, oh yeah, they're up there.
So. I know there was definitely a time where there was people believing the Earth was hollow.
There are some people who still believe that. It's actually very prevalent in the Balkans.
So,
if to some degree I could see that being true. Not like the whole there's a sun inside the Earth and stuff, but just just the idea of there being underground stuff we don't know about. Sorry, Andy, I keep interrupting you.
Oh, that's all right. I don't know when to talk. That's why I rarely. There was a time where a comet was passing through, and that they said that the Earth was going to go through its tail. And there was a concern that the tail was going to, like, drop noxious gas. It was going to go through the atmosphere and, like, drop noxious gas in the atmosphere. So there was this guy that was going around selling gas masks to people and like, hyping them up, saying, like, oh, yeah, it's going to, like, fill the atmosphere with poisonous gas for a couple days, and you got to... They even had some for, like, babies and shit.
That's how we got Night of the Comet.
Mm-hmm. So I think I've thought of a good example of magical realism, actually, strangely enough, and it would require the director's cut, not the original. But Kingdom of Heaven. Because the movie is done entirely straight-faced, no magic, nothing, right? But the Hospitalier often expresses knowledge of things that he shouldn't know. And there comes a point where Balian and him are discussing the matter of religion, and Balian is, showing signs that he's losing faith. And the Hospitalier says something that he needs to hear. And as soon as he says it, Balian stands up, turns around, and the Hospitalier is nowhere to be found. Even though he's sitting out on an open desert plain. And a man wearing, a full suit of chainmail shouldn't just be able to slunk away like that. And so it's implying that the Hospitalier, because of the way he shows up in scenes, only certain characters acknowledge him, only certain characters see him, that he might be God, or might be the voice of God.
Or an angel.
Yeah, or something like that. But he's also a literal man? Question mark. So that would be in it. And otherwise, there is no other supernatural element in it. So that would be an example of, quote, magical realism.
Yeah. You know, that does remind me. I have heard that the Noah movie with Russell Crowe, there was like an entire plot that they got rid of it involving like aliens and shit.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, that movie took some of the more fantastic elements of like Jewish folklore and some of the more out there. Well, some of the more out there stuff in like the earlier Bible, but then it just went to town with all the modern fantasy stuff on top of it.
Yeah, because like, I mean, this is me dipping a toe into the weird alien lore shit that I know, that I just know and I don't actually study it, but just there's like this whole thing about the Book of Enoch and there being like like angels called the Watchers, that's where the Nephilim come from, and they kind of like interbred with humanity, and there's the whole idea like maybe they were aliens.
Yeah,
so I don't know if that's where they're referencing with that, but
so like Book of Enoch, take it or leave it, it's considered extra canonical not because it's necessarily considered false, but it's not considered to be spiritually instructive. It is something that gets referenced by other characters in the Bible, so clearly they believed that it was true. But that said, the Book of Enoch, you know, it's laying out like angels and how this went wrong and why Tubal Cain made weapons and why it was that certain angels gave knowledge to men that they shouldn't have. And how all that, it's an expounding upon what it means when it says, and in Noah's day, all men's minds were turned unto wickedness.
Yeah.
And violence.
It's basically a prologue for
the flood.
The flood, which is how I've heard it described, which I think it's interesting, you know.
But yeah, the people trying to interpret it as aliens, like, if you want to consider, say, angels alien beings, in the sense that they're not from Earth, then you could interpret that. But not in the way people are,
I would assume so, but, you know, it is fun to think about. That's kind of where I'm going with it. It's like, this would be a cool story to just, like, make a movie out of or something.
Yeah.
Like some.
I think they did make a movie out of it.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
They have the giants as like stone monster things.
Yeah, no, that's what we're talking about. The Noah movie with Russell Crowe.
Yeah, but we're referencing. There's a Bible book that, honestly, now that I think about it, considering that it's Noah, I would not be surprised if that's what they're referencing. Is that I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, but.
Yeah, the Book of Enoch.
There are
other books that also get. So the Bible is interesting in that there are references to other books that are not necessarily considered like biblical canon, but if you're a scholar in that field, you would know them.
Yeah, and I can imagine.
And a lot of that ties into the folklore of the time and things like that, and so you could get a lot of interesting stuff. But a lot of it fits into one of two categories. Either it's not considered scripture just for the fact that it's not considered like spiritually important. It's either history or fiction. And some of it is not considered scripture because it is actively antithetical there too. The Book of Enoch is weird because it's not antithetical so far as I can tell, but it gets so into the weird side of things.
Yeah. It
that
pretty much reminds me of
that it just like our modern kind of post-enlightenment thinking makes us not comfortable with it.
Hindu folklore and things, you know, or like Hindu mythology, just how crazy that gets, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily put it on that same level, or it's its own thing, but you know, it's just.
Ramshackle tells us. Yeah, Ramshackle tells us some comic book news. Mary Jane broke up with Paul as of Sunday. So who's Paul? Because I know Mary Jane's a character in.
I thought you mean Peter Parker. Speaking of breakups, Andy broke my heart and divorced me in RimWorld.
Okay, so who is Paul Rabin? Current incarnation of Venom, I'm guessing.
I don't know. Comic book lore gets out there.
It's reset so often, you know, almost like
That's the thing.
DC movie universe.
Hell, they just need to commit to something. They really don't know how to do it, do they?
Well, if you
DC
think
seems
about
to
it,
do
like
better with cartoon stuff.
you probably do it every like 10 or 20 years because that's when the next generation is rolling around and they might want something new and quote unquote theirs, you know?
I guess it feels like companies don't necessarily wait that long nowadays, but
Probably, but you know, I mean the Transformers cartoons, they pump those out a lot and they have like different lore and all that.
they
But
do, yeah. I
the
don't know.
overall zeitgeist of what's going on in the meta story starts evolving and changing and all that. Like how recently it's making like they're trying to make Megatron more of a sympathetic character, and I'm not really on board with that, but apparently most people are. So you know,
I like the idea of it being sympathetic.
If they gave him a sympathetic past, that's one thing, but like
Yeah.
the character should
Yeah.
still be like, this needs to end.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, that's kind of the problem with a lot of that stuff, is like so many series are based on certain characters that are just so ingrained in the series that you can't exactly just get rid of them and move on to something new. I mean, Transformers being a great example with the death of Optimus Prime and how, you know, that essentially set a precedent of him coming back, like dying and coming back, so he's like Robot Jesus, but
Hey, Major
As
Mind.
well-
Welcome to WBPL 76, legally defined as entertainment. We are the streaming arm of the Black Pants Legion. I can see you already have come here for our Discord, so you must know who we are on some level. Enjoy the auxiliary. If you need any help, my name is Stormsong. I'm one of the mods there. You can find me or anyone else that has the shiny purple name.
Purple.
Also, check out our YouTube, where we store all of our past streams, and the website, where we even have a newsletter now.
yeah.
Yeah. I forget if my Mr. Train drawing ended up there or not.
I worry about sometimes making certain things seem sympathetic. Like, and you know, in my background, one of the ones I worry about is making like demons, like try to make it sympathetic for demons, and I'm kind of like that's not how it works. It's like,
I mean, you say that, but there's certain aspects to that I think could be interesting.
Well, it depends on what
But
you mean by
that's
demons.
probably getting into cans of worms that we don't want to necessarily
Yeah.
get into. I don't know. I
That's
think it
kinda
really
like-
just depends on how it's written.
well, I'd say that's what I kind of find interesting about how demons are portrayed in Fearin, or that anime.
Fearin, yeah, at Journey's
It's
End.
like they can pretend to have your best interest in heart, but really they're just predators preying on you.
And yeah, it again depends very much on what you're going for.
Yeah.
I think where I agree with you, Andy, is like stuff like, okay, so I'm not gonna knock on it for like quality of like artwork, like it's actually clearly very well done, but I'm not a fan of the mentality behind stuff like Hell of a Boss or stuff like that, where it kind of seems to exist just to it's like Rick and Morty to me. It's like it's there to reinforce cynicism and be like, oh yeah, there's no such thing as a good guy, so we're gonna do, you know, bad stuff and then call our character sympathetic and likable.
I don't know.
I've got a lot of
to me.
Little Willie says the show he thinks it was Hannibal. They spend so much effort to make the protagonist likable, even though he's just a bad guy. It's like,
Yeah, Hannibal the Cannibal. They're trying to make him sympathetic.
yeah.
Whacker says, those black things on the side of the head, I thought those were eyes.
No, they're machine guns.
And the eye
Smells
visor
like a-
was the... He thought the visor was the mouth?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
so just like...
Oh, if you look at it that way, it looks like a turtle.
Am I turning enough for the Turtle Club?
Hey, my turtleneck.
Oh, now I can't unsee that. God damn it, Whacker.
If
like
you
a
put
deep-
something on it to indicate it a little better, like, give them depth or...
Or give eyes to the visor.
Yeah, let me play right
Now it's
there.
clicking its tongue.
Oh my god, stop it. Stop making me see things, damn you.
Whacker says give it buck teeth.
Well, okay, maybe make him square.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll make him square.
Soundwave with a mouth.
I've seen it. I don't think he should have one, but I've seen it.
I mean... Yeah.
I love how a lot of like video essays and stuff on the Michael Bay Transformers are basically about how much of a psychopath Optimus is.
It really does kind of end up like that, doesn't it? He did kind of turn Optimus Prime into a psychopath in this movie.
Well, they do have alternate universes where instead of it being Megatron, it was Optimus that Unicron corrupts.
Yeah,
and turns
the Shattered
into,
Glass universe. Yeah, it's
According to Whacker, your Gundam name would be Skibbity Crockett.
no, we're not.
That's
Should never
I
shown
remember
him
making my own
Gundam.
Gundam. It was during like I think my emo phase, even though I wasn't wearing all black. And I had all the special gadgets and shit like that on it.
All that Spy Kids. Good shit.
When we get back to Storm's game, I kind of can't wait to see how I'll slowly customize his mech, you know, from basic grunt suit to see what he can do with it, unless... I don't know, how far can you, like, ship a Theseus your own mech?
I mean, almost every mech in the setting that lives longer than 100 years is a ship of Theseus.
God damn it.
Hey, Whacker.
It's the wackest of daddies.
You
Well,
need to turn everybody's voices down about 25% and turn the music down about 50%.
How about I turn you down 100%?
Turn down for what?
What?
Krispy Storm... Whacker's too used to being turned down all the time. You need to be nice.
Believe me, I am plenty turned off.
Yeah, for real. Turn down all the voices by a quarter and the music by half.
Turn down for what?
You're blowing everybody's eardrums out.
Turn down for
I mean,
what?
you seem to be the only one saying this, Whacker.
I
Yeah,
tell you
really.
what, but yeah,
Actually,
because
okay, so bare minimum, Crispy, you are being overwritten by your own music.
Well, shit.
oh, it's almost like, you know, wow, I was actually right.
And Andy and I are
Let's start
substantially
saying that.
louder than you.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Wow.
let me fix this real quick.
Chris,
Let me just... There we
God
go.
damn it, you're encouraging the rat. Stop!
Oh, it's fine. I just muted him. He's probably saying all sorts of horrible shit right now. And I can't
You
hear
rat
anything.
bastard!
Hold on. Let me check. Let me check if he's still there. Let me check if he's
here's
still
up
there.
my skivity.
Skibbity,
I
raise.
gotta keep that.
Skibbity doo dah, skibbity
Skibbity
day.
day.
Oh, God damn it.
my, what a rizful day. Plenty of Ohio, head my way.
Okay,
So,
so
like,
Ed
if you're
and
allowed to.
Castus are saying that the sound was fine to them.
Yeah,
I
well, they
think-
probably had their volume like almost minimized. I had to turn you fuckers down quite a bit.
Can I donate my friends to the Salvation Army? Is that a thing I can do?
Crispy,
What?
you have friends?
I thought that's what you guys were.
Oh, is that what we qualify as?
I don't know.
Friends
Hey,
with
I mean,
friends
I-
with breathing,
me-
friends with
me and-
breathing benefits.
Just a room of antagonists.
Battletech question: are we at Soylent Green or not yet? I don't think so. I hope not. English is a funny thing. Sometimes you can say something is seriously funny. Sometimes there's such a thing as original copies.
So, Whacker,
Someone
What was
is
up-
pretty ugly.
what was up with you asking me if I could beatbox?
Because I feel like that's one of those vocal talents that's very adjacent to all of your like your voice acting abilities.
I mean, I could do the basic, like,
Yeah, I understand it takes lots of practice, but so does real actual voice acting. You definitely have the foundations of quite a bit of it. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I can see that. Agreeable.
I
Desirable.
mean,
Understandable.
maybe. I don't know if I had a reason to pursue it or something like that.
I mean, if it's that style of music may not be your sack of soup. There are many different things that you can beatbox.
Womp,
but-
womp, womp.
Can
Yeah,
I
like
beat
I
you
have a
with
friend
sack of
who
soup?
he learned how to beatbox through the harmonica as he was playing it. It's actually really cool.
Oh man, how many times did he play Black Sabbath's The Wizard?
Good question.
The Wizard!
The Rizzler.
That song is like
Wizard!
that song is about like 35% harmonica.
The Rizzard.
Yes, Whacker.
Hi, Chris.
That's it.
That deaf, dumb, and blind kid sure plays a mean pinball.
Beer,
That is-
beer,
I-
beer,
I'm-
beer, beer, beer,
It's not
beer.
Black
He's a
Sabbath.
pinball wizard, he really doesn't need.
I'm gonna pin your balls in a vise.
Hey man, he plays by the smell.
That's how Crispy draws.
God, Whacker. Oh God,
That's that.
Whacker.
Why?
We need
Am I
we
wrong,
need
Crispy?
we need to
just
sit
don't have
Crispy
the energy
down
to
one day
argue.
and make him watch the movie the Who movie.
Horton Hears a Who?
No, the movie by the band The Who that's about the pinball wizard.
What?
Oh my God! Like you're gonna
Pink
have
Floyd's
you're
The
gonna have a
Wall and
trip,
Sand?
and you're gonna come out of there with like an existential threat or something.
I don't know. I've had plenty of those. I don't
Crispy
know.
is lacking in culture in many different ways.
Tommy.
Incorrect, sir.
Yes, Tommy. That's the name of the movie. This movie is, in my opinion, it's like on par with Seething and Loathing in Las Vegas. Like it's like,
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Counter
yeah.
offer.
Whoever made this movie should probably be like punished in a
They
like
should be punished.
no. You should be punished. Like this is one of the few items where a judge can't say like cruel and unusual punishment can't be applied here. It's like no, you need cruel and unusual punishment.
So you're saying the Who is not as good at making a movie as Pink Floyd is?
You know, I never did that. The whole Dark Side of the Moon, Wizard of Oz thing.
I think I did it once.
I thought it was Monk, the Monk. Yeah.
No,
The-
it's Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Well, you
There's
can also do it
Blurt's-
with Paul
Yeah.
Blart. Mall
Yeah,
Cop,
Paul
apparently.
Blart 2 specifically apparently lines up with
Who in
that
the
entire
fuck
album.
figured that one out?
Someone.
That or
I think it was
someone bragged about it.
Mabim.
The theory is that the person that was in charge of editing Maul Blark was like listening to Dark Side of the Moon and was like, "Hey, it'd be funny if I did this."
I think that's a person that had zero fucks to give and they saw an opportunity. That's what I think. Because I'll tell you what, if I was the PA on Paul Blart 2 and I knew nobody gave a shit, I would do something like that too.
We know, Krispy. We know. Believe me, we know.
So you know
Like, get my manifesto.
how sometimes, and I think they do it a lot in Star Trek, where we meet an alien civilization, they somehow got their hands on a bit of like human culture, and they developed their entire,
Yeah.
racist culture around that one bit. Like, imagine we run into like an alien species that like somehow got the entirety of Dark Side of the Moon, and they just like integrated it into their whole existence.
I mean, it's better
Yeah,
that than
there's
like
theories about
Kink.com
that.
or something.
Like an alien culture that picked up all of the broadcasts of the Das Drittes Reich, and that's how they judged our planet and our everything.
We have learned of your culture through this website called eFucked.
Well then.
No!
That would be more horrifying, I feel like.
Crispy!
If you don't know what that is, don't Google it. I'm not going to tell you how to spell it, because I don't want to inflict that on people.
Like, what album would you think would just be terrible for me to be the groundwork of an alien civilization?
What's it, Viper?
I'm gonna say Primus Pork Soda.
Primus Pork Soda.
Please.
I think you mean that would be the best one.
I was gonna say Independent Worm Saloon by the Butthole Surfers.
Really, anything by the Bloodhound Gang?
Oh God!
I would like to meet.
Wow!
I would
on
like
crack
to meet
by
the
the left
civilization that's influenced by Pink Floyd, though. That'd be awesome.
What's the name of that band that did Pee in the Pool?
Anybody that gets the chance should look up the YouTuber Anthony Vincent, and specifically his Bloodhound Gang's The Bad Touch in the style of Disturbed.
You've been binge watching that whole channel, haven't you?
Why, yes.
Yeah, you have.
Okay, you know how sometimes there's this story where like humans are the progenitor species and we go extinct, but then we got all these other alien civilizations coming up. Like,
Yeah.
imagine a whole series where there are multiple civilizations and like it's like that. Like they picked up some of our like radio broadcasts. We're like, ooh, message from the old ones. We built our civilization on I Love Lucy.
Lucy, you're getting slapped again!
Let's sing their national anthem. Oh, I wish you were an Ostermeyer.
See, you guys are thinking of all the tame stuff, and I'm just thinking about all the horrible things you could base an alien culture off of that I'm not sure I should say.
You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried when the aliens are going to come down and look at us, and then they're going to look at the golden record with like the humans on it, and they're going to look at our fat, deformed asses and like, I got the wrong planet, and then zip off.
That's cool. Desirable, even.
You look different than your profile picture.
They're similar, but they're disgusting.
This is not a current profile picture.
You humans catfished us.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we get wiped out by aliens because they think we catfish them.
Jesus Christ.
Where's that Independence Day sequel?
I mean,
We all post like the pictures from when we're young and healthy and in shape. And next thing you see is the scene from Independence Day where the aliens nuke that fucking building with all the people on top of it.
You know,
See,
my
what-
Facebook picture is 20 years old.
What I just thought of is like, you know that scene where Brent Spiner's like scientist character is up against the glass and he's like, no peace. Instead of that, it's like pigs, send pigs. It's like send nudes.
Crispy.
What?
No, it's God's angriest Chihuahua.
Oh, dude, that's what we. What if the aliens like got their first taste of human civilization through Mad Max?
What if? God, I'm gonna regret saying. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this. What if Earth is like the Afghanistan of the galaxy? Don't go there.
Well, it's just like, it's like they say, you know how they say, like, don't engage in a land war in Southeast Asia? It's like, don't invade Earth, is like the rest of the galaxy.
Yep.
Why is it because they're
Mr.
technologically advanced than we are? No, they just, I don't know, they just make us stupid.
Have you seen their images they've created? They want to have sex with all of us.
So I'm back, and I just want to let you all know that Mr. Gibbs, God's angriest Chihuahua, wants you all to know that he will cut you, and you should get off his land.
Storm, have you ever seen that video, that old internet video of the grandma punting the baby like Pele?
Wait, what?
You never saw that one?
No, you cut out.
Oh, I said, you ever see that old internet video of the grandma punting the baby like Pele?
No.
Well, that's a shame, because that's a good one.
Okay.
You'll have to send it to me later.
Real quick. I'm not a gunsmith. I don't know a damn thing about guns, but do you think that barrel should be like an inch higher, like maybe in the middle of the rifle? Because
yeah, probably. I could. That's not too bad.
You know what I'm getting at? Because like the barrel looks like it's...
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm kind of running out of steam at the moment, so I'm not putting the biggest amount.
What you could do is just make it a submachine gun. Just forget the barrel altogether. And just like put a few holes in it.
I suppose I could do that.
It's okay, Krispy. We're also nearing the limits of our human patience and fortitude and willpower and things. Hi, Krispy.
What are you trying to say, Wacker?
Krispy. Instead of... No, hang on. Instead of the Skeksis yelling trial by stone, trial!
You cut out.
Discord cut you out on that one.
Trial by art!
Well, it depends. If it's stream trial by art, then it's going to limit my arsenal of what I can do.
Believe me, trial by art would probably be the worst thing we could possibly put on WBPL.
Yeah, that was like, why is WBPL got taken down?
So here's the thing. Wacker. The rule of all artists: we're all as bad as Krispy. We just hide it better than he does.
Wacker,
Yeah.
We need to invest in a bunch of cement and make a big old crystal and be like, trial by stone at the meetups.
Yeah, man. Krispy, what? Oh God, what was I gonna say? Fuck.
Sorry, Wacker. I have a date to prom.
We don't know what you have to say when you're normally speaking.
Shut up. God damn, what was I gonna say?
See, this is
We're
why
going to talk about these prices.
You know, if they were going to do a trial by like music or something, they go trial by tone.
Yeah.
Suddenly, like two turntables show up. Skeksis on turntable.
Yeah, man.
they say trial by stone, and then you have to chug a gallon of diet iced tea with no water, and that's when the game begins.
Frat boy Skeksis.
I think you guys should do the Sprite challenge at the meetup and record it.
What is the Sprite challenge, Wacker?
You have to chug a 20 ounce of Sprite.
Is it similar to the gallon challenge?
No. You just chug a 20 ounce of Sprite. Most people can't do that, and they end up with the most hellacious burps you will ever hear in your existence.
Reminds me of this one video I saw where it's like this guy drinking like a boba tea or something with carbonation in it. He's like chugging it, and he's like choking. He's like, "Oh, what do I do?" And he burps like a super deep burp, and then runs face first into a garage door.
Yeah, that's kind of what some of the videos I've been getting. My favorite one so far is there are these two, I don't know, like teenage,
Gen-
early 20-something girls sitting on the bed doing it. And one of them stops drinking, and then she kind of burps and she starts laughing, but she's laughing while she burps.
Oh, God.
I will never forget the one time I was in college and my brother sent me a Snapchat because I used it back then, and I opened it up and it was just a bucket and it's like a cement basement with multiple streams of people vomiting milk into it because they were doing the gallon challenge.
Oh, God.
It was funny. I didn't do it. I get to laugh at it. I didn't do that dumb shit.
Your brother
No,
I never
just-
did any of those challenges. I
Yeah,
think
I'm
my
just
sister
thinking-
tried to. My sister tried to ice me once on Christmas, and I was like, no, because I was super hungover. Sorry, continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say it reminds me of, and you'll have to DM him for it because it's really his story to tell. But Tex's story of the Taco Bell challenge.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
It's about on that par.
Yeah.
You know, it's like all those challenges back in the day, like the cinnamon challenge, the gallon challenge, the.
I tried to do the Subway challenge, but they kept laughing.
Well, I guess you don't win then.
Andy,
Yeah,
Andy, we laugh at you anyways, regardless. You're never gonna win that.
What was your order, if I may ask?
They weren't laughing at the order; they were laughing at him.
It was mostly like
Whacker,
steak,
unlike you.
like extra meat.
Whacker, unlike you, Andy remembers to put his pants on before going out into public.
That's the moment where Andy is just like, to be fair, Crispy.
You act
Shut
like
up,
that's a
Whacker. You have
bad.
to carry your forehead in a wheelbarrow.
You act like that's a bad thing. How would that even work?
I don't know, Whacker. That's what we ask every time you walk by.
Whacker looking like a guild navigator in a fucking dunk tank.
A third level, a stage 3 parole officer.
God, that fucking video.
We have just folded space from Chirac.
This ain't the eight-headed looking hoe gotta leave.
Ah, yes. Quinless points out that there is a Fireteam Whiskey video where Tex describes Taco Bell challenge. Well, okay, so if he's made it public, then
He also
I was
talks
gonna say, I
about-
think I described it on the podcast.
Okay.
He talked about the Subway challenge. He didn't talk so much about
I
that.
think there was an episode where he talked about the Taco Bell challenge because I
Okay.
distinctly remember him bringing up
my
the
point
puking
is,
into
if he's told the story publicly, because I heard it in the Legion, I just didn't want to tell it if like he hadn't told it to anyone
Yeah,
else yet.
no, that's fair.
Why don't we err on the side of caution in case we don't know for certain? 'Cause we know he's told.
Well,
the Subway
Quinless is saying that he apparently did tell it in Fireteam Whiskey.
I think it's common knowledge at this point. Like I said,
Yeah.
I think the first time I heard it was on the podcast. So.
Me too. I think he's told it twice.
First time I ever heard
Podcast.
about Crispy was, an ad on late night television.
I was
Yeah.
on late night television. Was that any good?
No.
Was it too many cooks?
You use the term late night television and good in the same sentence.
I mean, I watched plenty of Adult Swim.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of late night television.
No,
I was
that's
just-
yeah,
not
like-
what I'm talking. No, I'm talking like
No, not-
public access TV. Dude.
Like the kind of weird shit that's on for people that are just stoned at 2 a.m.
I will
No.
say that was some of my favorite shit to drive Uber to.
Oh my god.
No,
Coast to Coast AM.
I'm
Yeah.
talking like the public access stuff, like basically where the Time Cube guy gets a crack at actual television.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm talking about.
Into the cube! Yeah, warning to anybody who decides to look up Time Cube, don't.
Do look up
actually
Coast to
feel
Coast
that's
AM
one
though.
of the best. I mean, okay, let's be real.
Let me rephrase that. Trigger warning, racism, and a lot of it.
I was going to say there's some spicy shit in there, like
Wait, you
racism
mean to
and
tell
other
me there's
stuff.
some fringe science with some very controversial
Crispy.
beliefs in it?
Shut up.
I can't believe it. I'm stunned by that.
if
Like,
you
can I
get
measure the bumps on your forehead real quick?
Crispy,
Yeah.
I'm going to assist your sister with doing the ice bucket thing to you this year.
My brother is the one who nominated me to do the challenge, and I told him no, absolutely not.
I will assist your siblings, Crispy.
Whacker, I hope you're ready to catch, like... Have you ever seen those episodes of Cops where they're trying to, like, tackle the guy that's just, like, going ape shit? That's what it's going to be to try to get me, except it's going to be weirder than that.
You say all this like you're trying to discourage me? I'm confused.
And then
I'm just saying there's going to be...
Crispy is just standing there naked and covered in ketchup. Try it now! And the Whacker is just like, oh, don't worry, I have someone for this. And I run out covered in mustard and tackle Crispy.
Okay. First of all, that is an affront to the senses. Second of all, that's something that we really need to be paying people to watch.
Andy runs out in a hot dog bun outfit.
This is just starting to sound like something that is on kink.com.
This is amazing, and this will happen.
I don't know if I'd use that as an adjective for it.
This is amazing, and it will happen, Crispy.
And then after it does the credits for that episode of Cops with the ketchup and the mustard, the last scene is just a stinger of Andy slowly rising from a massive bucket of relish.
What, like the fucking cheddar goblin?
What it makes me do is, like, they have me handcuffed against the car, and they're, like, searching my pockets, and they pull out a peanut butter and spinach sandwich, and they're like, what's this?
How's the
just
car
look at the
says,
camera
oh,
and
I hear
smile.
Whacker laughing, I believe I'm worried.
Oh, you should be.
What? It's none of this is my fault.
Oh, no, absolutely.
No, it's not, Crispy.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt you, Whacker, but first I want to make one thing known.
No, don't apologize for
I
that.
absolutely love this picture, Crispy. Like, this is rocking.
Thank you.
Secondly, it is the 3-minute mark.
Yes, I was at least... The last thing I wanted to do is at least try to apply, like, the khaki look to it.
Jesus Christ, can we finish this up already?
Whacker, you can't rush art. You should know this if you're an artist.
As an artist, trust the
Whacker, look. See, I even posted my degree.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Look!
Alvarant,
Crispy's official now.
Yeah, Alvarant, Crispy uses Clip Studio Paint Pro,
Yes.
and I use
no,
Paint
actually,
Tool
I don't.
Sci.
I use the not the super fancy version. I just use the base version of Clip Studio.
Yeah.
Which really, that's all you need. I don't think you really need to get like the pro set for it, honestly, because I forget. I think it just has like a lot of stuff for animation and things, if I'm not mistaken. But
How much does the like non-deluxe version run?
it is $50 a download. But that is like you download it onto your computer and then you have it as long as you have that machine. You don't
So
need
it's
to
not
download
it's not
it.
like a yearly subscription. It's
No,
a,
it's
you buy the
not-
license and you've got it. Period.
It's not like Adobe, no. Which is good because fuck Adobe. But there's
Ding.
designs. Yeah,
Mark it
There's
off
a-
on your
yeah.
bingo card.
Affinity does something similar too, where they have a pay per download thing. I honestly like that model a lot as a consumer, but I know that's not something every company does. But I'm glad they do. But Clip Studio, if you want like a good drawing software, it's pretty solid. So I definitely recommend it to use.
Okay, I'm not really one for the whole again like Gundam thing, but I will say I really like this particular robot drawing. Like this
Thank you.
this is cool. The one thing I would change though,
I am
think-
curious, like, just for my own edification here, I just want to compare it to last week's drawing, just to see, because I've been known to like stuff more previous. I don't know. I kind of like. There's elements of the one I drew today that I like.
No,
but
I definitely like the one you did today better.
you really? You think so?
I can't tell you why, but I like this one better.
All right. I guess it's just more like I like the pose that this one's in, and also just like certain parts of it more. So maybe I can just kind of like mix, like I like the legs a
We
bit
now
more than
have
on
the
this, but that's something to worry about later. So
Will you stop showing me in the up thing, you piece of crap?
but I love that picture, Whacker. It's so good.
All right, so we are pulling up on the end, ladies and germs.
Yes, we are. I'm afraid we're going to have to call it here. But thank you all for joining us today.
We're
We hope you
not
enjoyed the
finishing
stream.
on the up thing.
Yes, I am.
Stay safe,
Whacker.
ladies and germs. Don't die.
Take it
Be good
easy.
to each other.
Hug your grandma.